Hi everybody, this is Dennis. I'm going to be doing a full review of the unofficial Marvel Comics Hostess Ads collection. You've seen some of my other ones that this particular gentleman has done with this DC Superpowers and some of those great books. You can go back and check some of my other reviews on those. This one is as it says, the Marvel Comics Hostess Ads. You know, when you grew up in the 70s and 80s, you know, all the comics, they always had them in the back. You know, it's always one of our great superheroes, you know, saving the day by putting one of the hostess, you know, either the fruit pies or the ho-hos or something at them. It was great. We're going to go through the book, but I want to actually show you something in the back right away. One of the things he collects right away is he actually shows where he got them from. So in this case, you know, I'm just going to pick one. I went and grabbed one out. I grabbed my Amazing Spider-Man 166, which is Iron Man in the City Crisis. So if we go to it, you know, we'll just take a quick look at this one. And then, oh, look at that. And now we'll just compare it because I said I pulled out my copy of it. Now you can kind of see them side by side. So, you know, they're not as big as what the original, because this is not comic size. These are like digest size. But they're great. It really reproduces them, you know, pretty well. It's on a heavier cardstock glossy paper. But, you know, it gets everything right in there, so you can kind of see them literally side by side, how cool that they are. And, you know, I have probably seen almost all of the ads, but over time, I mean, I own most of them, and they were in, just like I said, just about everything. But we'll just kind of start out at the beginning, and you can see there's the different fruit pies, the Twinkies. Look at that. Actually, kind of makes you hungry for them now, doesn't it? These are just great stuff that we kind of grew up on. So I've zoomed in a little bit so you guys can get a good look at it. But there is Daredevil. This one was 1976, so I think that's when they started these out, was in 1976. You've got Thor, you know, oh, look at that. The cupcakes. Thor, of course he can save the day with cupcakes. Iron Man and the Twinkies. Now, like I said, you all probably know now, my favorite Iron Man is the Silver Centurion, but that didn't come on till much later. Twinkies, cupcakes, oh, look at that. Love that. Daredevil. In McBrain's Brain Drain. Captain America and the Time Warp. You know, a lot of these villains, when they created them, you know, like a lot of times they're not using, you know, regular established Marvel Comics villains. A lot of times they make up villains and stuff for them in there, which is really cool. Some of them, you know, they were just meant to be quirky and fun. Other ones were just downright really neat, and almost kind of wish some of them would have made them into the Marvel Comics. Some of them were that good. Iron Man in Irresistible Force. Yeah, look at that. Tony Stark, Iron Man in A Dull Pain. So there's Iron Man with Twinkies and cupcakes right there. The artwork, you know, it was from a lot of the mainstream comic artists, you know, of the time. This was kind of like some of their side gigs and, you know, in advertising. And it's cool. There's the Hostess Pies and Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. You know, Captain Marvel, while it's completely different now, Captain Marvel of the 70s was a pretty big deal. I've got the bulk of his run. I do love it. I think I'm missing a couple of issues. It's on there. Twins of Evil. Look at that. There is the Abomination. Love it. There's one of the mainstream ones that made it in. And when you're reading the comic books, did you honestly not just want to run out and grab yourself, look at that, a fruit pie? I'm all starting to water just doing this book. Yep, I can still taste them all the way. The ones that are in the store today aren't as good. They're just not. They've made them quote unquote healthier, but man, if you grew up in this time frame, this is great. Another Captain Marvel. Human Torch saves the valley. Now look at that. Human Torch, get some fruit pies. I hope he heated it up before he gave it to the Baron there. Mr. Fantastic. Iron Man versus bank robbers. See, just plain old bank robbers. But, hey, why not capture them with great product placement? Fury Unleashed. Look at that. Gotta save poor Nick Fury. Johnny Punk. Blown about. All right, there's your Spaceballs industrial strength hair dryer that he just can't live without. I mean, that's just kind of funny. That is just kind of funny right there. You know, I don't even remember that one. I might actually have to go back and find out where that one was. A lot of these, at least I do remember, you know, going through them. I'll be curious to see if I own some of them. There's Iron Man again. Yeah, look at that. The Human Computer, Mr. Fantastic, Wonders of Nature. Hot Temper Triumph. There's the Incredible Hulk. So as we go through them, guys, you know, I just want you to, you know, get an appreciation for what they did. Just look at the sheer volume of them that they did. This was great, and it was always in the back of the book. Like when we grab it, maybe I'll grab my Spider-Man when we're done here, just to show you guys. The placement, I think, was pretty much the same in every single book. You know, just like they had the cool Spalding ad and stuff on the back. Look at that, Hot Shot. Love Hot Shot. I actually think Andy did a drawing of him not too long ago for him. He was a pretty cool character. Captain Marvel again. The Thing by himself. That reminds me of Torg back when he was in the arena. I don't think it's actually Torg. It is Torgo. That is Torgo. Looks a little different. Basic same stuff. He looked a little more menacing in the comic books back when it was in like the roaring 20s. Captain Marvel and Professor Sneer. Sneer! How do you sneer when you have Twinkies? The answer is you don't. Captain America and the Red Skull. Wow, they're bringing out the big dog to push their Twinkies now. Incredible Hulk and the Green Thumb. Spider-Man and the Fly. There's the Champ. He's a great boxer. Man, do you guys remember these? Anyway, I hope at some point you guys leave your comments down below. There's the one. This one I remember. Madam Web. That was cool. I was actually kind of hoping. That was very iconic of the time. I just loved it. This was one that stuck with me. Don't ask me why, but it is something that stuck with me for a while. Hey, we get a Thor again. Thor didn't have nearly as many, but that's still... Love to see Thor doing it. Spider-Man. Another Thor and a Spider-Man. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to... this is cool. This is 1978. Captain Marvel meets the Dreadnought. See, the name is cool. Good overcomes evil. Good old Thor. Hulk. Iron Man. The Ultimate Weapon. I really would love to see them bring these type of things back. I know Andy does put it in his First Man books, and I think he did in his Jungle Lords, and where he does parody ads. We do have a parody ad, but it's not of the Hostess ones. We did an Axe Me beer. It's a mead for the upcoming Kor-Drath, which you guys can double check. I'll leave the links for that down below, and you can go check out the parody ad that we're putting in our project that we're putting together. And for links, I will also be putting in the link. If you guys think this book is cool, and I know a lot of you will, I'll leave the information down below. I know he's got an eBay store. I think he might have an Etsy, but I'll pull up the links for it, and you guys can always pick up your copy. For what these are and how much time it takes to put something like this together, you know, the pricing is it's just awesome. I mean, these are just a cool piece of history. Captain Marvel again, and look at the ants. Should be with Ant-Man. Breaking the Bank. There's Daredevil, just because. The Chairman. Oh, look at that. A friendly gesture. And just aliens. Look at that. Captain America. Aliens have landed, and we're just going to satiate them with Twinkies. Again, 1978. For that one. Thor and Captain Marvel. Love to see it. Spider-Man. Like I said, I've seen the bulk of these, but there are a few that I just haven't seen that I'm going to have to go back and try and look up. And also trying to see if there was any of the superheroes. It looks like it was pretty much the mainstay ones, which I kind of remember. Captain America in the Deserted City, in The Deciding Factor. I mean, Captain America in the 70s, it really was Captain America. Spider-Man, really the big one. Hulk, Thor. I was just double checking. That is cool. So anyway, we can take a look, and here's the index of where he picked him up from, which is just really kind of cool. And then in the back, it says, I'll offer him Hostess Twinkie snack cakes. That should put him in a good mood. Connecting over 80 Hostess snack ads from the 70s and 80s featuring the greatest comics. So he lists it right out. Spider-Man, Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Daredevil, Captain Marvel, and the Fantastic Four. I don't remember seeing Sue. Now that I'm thinking about it, Sue Richards, but most of the Fantastic Four, I guess we could say, was in it. And but just to bring up the point, if you ever want to look for them, so there was some of the ones right here. Here was the Seed Company. A lot of them had the Spalding ads. Then you open it up to the back. There was always some cool ads there. There was the end of the book, and there it is. It's always right towards the back of the book, at least almost always. And that was on there. So anyway, just really cool. It even, has Iron Man 1976. It was all printed exactly like that. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. Love walking you guys through this stuff. Smash that like and subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. I will leave the links down below, and you can go back and check out the Superpower ones, and I've done some of his other books that he's collected these, and I already know he is working on the DC version of this, so that will be coming soon. So guys, thank you so much for taking the time and looking through this. Share this with your friends and any of your acquaintances that might enjoy this kind of a book. And check out Kor-Drath The Reckoning. Links down below, the project I'm working on. And we will talk to you all real soon. And join us Wednesdays where we do our live streams. And we bring on comic creators. And you guys get to join us live, ask questions, and interact with our guests. So hopefully we will see you soon. Thanks.